Hi, I'm George, and I want to show you InVideo, a world-class online video editing app. I'll be showing you how to use InVideo to create a video project shortly, but first, let's take a look around and see what InVideo has to offer. InVideo is an easy-to-use and powerful video editor with thousands of completely customizable templates. There are over 4,000 templates and over 10 million video and image assets available. Let's just scroll down and see some of these down in here. Here's some recently added templates right here. Here's some suggestions for March, logos and intros right there, video ads, slideshows, business presentations, and this is just a very small example of all of the different templates that are available here to work with. Now all of these are again completely customizable, and you can see what this will look like. Just go over here to one of your templates, click on that arrow right here, and it's going to bring this up and then play through the template so you can see exactly what this does. And then the whole thing, of course, is, as I said, completely customizable with your logo right there. Just an amazing amount of content available for you right here inside of the program. It's very easy to use and easy to plug into the InVideo editor. This video is sponsored by InVideo, and that lets me get you a 25% discount just by using the code GURU25. I'll put a link for that in the description. The free level is truly free. You can do whole projects here in the free version and even download that finished video without any watermark or anything else in it. That gives you access to all of the 4,000 templates, plus the standard media library of stock images and video. So you get a chance to try out all the different great features that this program has and see what it looks like on finished video projects. Now, if you want to have complete access to everything that InVideo has, then it's a very low subscription rate for about $10. And with that, you'll also get access to over 10 million different assets, such as stock photography and video footage from Shutterstock and iStock, pre-licensed, letting you use that without any watermarks at all, which just by itself, that's a great deal. Plus, if you sign up for the subscription membership, your first 14 days are free, so you can try everything out and see what you're going to be getting before you pay anything. Plus, you can also use InVideo with your whole team, since you can add an unlimited number of team members into your one single account. Plus, you have excellent 24/7 live chat support and the InVideo community with over 20,000 marketing experts and video creators that will help you make great content. So make sure that you join the InVideo community as well to get feedback on your videos and learn from those experts. Here's a link for the InVideo Facebook group, and I'll put that, of course, in the description as well, so you can just click on that and join right up to their InVideo community. Now let's see just how easy it is to use InVideo to create a complete video project. We'll start by setting up our logo and default colors, and for that, just go up into your account right here and come down to Brand Presets. There we go. And here you can upload a logo, and for that I used a PNG file. And this image is set at 256 by 256, which seems to work out well. You can have it grab colors right from your logo, or you can put in any colors that you want. What this will do is when you customize one of the video templates, it will go ahead and use your logo and your default colors when it first sets up that template. You can always go back and change those if you want to at any time, but this just gets you started very quickly without having to set all these things up each time you start a new template. Of course, you can also set up your brand name up here, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channels as well. Okay, that's all done. Click on Create, and here we go. Notice that this is basically the same thing you see from the opening page. All you have to do is choose what you want to start off with, a pre-made template. This is where the real power is in here inside of InVideo. You can do text to video. It will actually take text that you type in and convert that to speech. Or being with a blank canvas, just a straight video editor. At the top of here, you have categories. We've already seen all these things down below with these examples. And there's some additional content here for learning, such as blog shows, InVideo, and then some tutorials in here as well to more quickly get up to speed here with the InVideo program. An example right down here, which we'll be using. I'll be recreating this in this video. And we'll start off by doing an intro in here. So I'll go up here to categories, and let's come down to brand intro right there. There we go, and we'll start off by using this template here to begin our project. There we go, looks good. At this point, you can set your size, wide, square, or vertical. I'll stick with the wide format. This is your standard YouTube format, and we'll use that template. Okay, it builds a template for us. It's going to be using our logo and be putting in our default colors for that. Okay, so we're here inside of the editor. Let me just show you around quickly. First off, notice right here it says saved. There it is. InVideo is going to be automatically saving your work as you go, so you don't need to worry about that. That's all taken care of. On the left-hand side, here's where you'll find all of your content. There's templates in here. If you upload anything, that's in the upload section right here. You can upload more by clicking on Upload Media. Video section has all the videos, and since I'm working in the professional version here with the subscription, you have include iStock results and also include premium media right down there. Below that we have images. These are from iStock. Below that we have a lot of music. Notice it's by category in here: rock, chill out, cinematic, country, and so forth. Below that you can add in text and all kinds of different text effects and styles in here. We'll be using this in this project. And you also can set up folders in here to store the different elements that you want to be working with, so you don't have to go back and find them again later on. And an arrow right down here. There's a few more things, as you can see: stickers, overlays, shapes, masks, collage, and social links. So there's lots and lots of stuff available in here, lots of content to really make your video great. On the right hand side over here, this is where you're actually working with your content, and this allows you to work with any of the separate elements that are inside of your project. Let's just click on the logo, for instance, right here. On the right hand side, you'll find options for whatever object you currently have selected. Across the top up here, we can copy and paste, and in here you can move the stacking of the object. Right now the logo is on top. You can delete it right here. You can put in some grid lines just as reference. And also there's a button right here to take a look at and check to see if everything is working properly for you. Below that, basic option tools in here. The edit button allows you to edit this one object and different object properties. For instance, on this one for the image, we could remove the background. That's the white in here. We have resize options, animation, change project colors. If I go over here to layers, we'll see all of the layers in our project at this point. That's the logo on top. School elements underneath, which is that thing and this thing, and then the background below that. These are both locked right now. If I wanted to edit those, just click on the lock button. It unlocks that. I can now edit what's inside of that. Go back here to edit, and there's what's inside of that particular object. Okay, down below, we have our play buttons right in here. Left goes to the left scene. This goes to the right scene. This plays the current scene, which is basically the current video clip. And then this plays all of the scenes in your project. Below that, we can look at our timeline, voiceover options, and the scene. Make a new scene from blank scene or from a template right here. Right hand side, we have the seek duration here, total duration of our total clip. You can edit the scene duration right here. This is an auto option which will fit the scene to the clip that you have in there. You can also zoom in on the timeline if you want to, right down here. And then below that, this is the scene view in here, and these are the options. At the very top up here right now, this is the school element. We're looking at that. If I click on the logo, notice we see our logo right there. Below that are options for the actual scene in our timeline. And here is your scene duration. If you want to, you can adjust the length of your scene. A couple ways of doing this. Either click on the right hand side and just drag this like that. That adjusts the scene that way. Or you can go in here, click on that right here, and then type in a number. Let's just make this one 5 seconds exactly. There we go. Hit the check mark. That's now a 5-second scene. So it's that easy to do. Now below that is our music track right down here. Now this music came in with this particular template. We'll be deleting this later on and replacing it with something else. If you do a voiceover, again, here's our voiceover options right here. The voiceover track will be shown right down below there. The way to build a scene in InVideo is to first make a blank scene. Just click on this. You can choose blank scene right there and then choose yes. And then because it's just a blank scene with a default time of 12 seconds right here, that's fine. Now where it says build your own scene, this is text that's on top of everything else. So you can click on this and then hit the delete key or hit the trash can to get rid of that. There we go, we don't need that. Notice the logo is up here. It's also its own separate element, so you can either move this, change this, whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it right there. That's just fine. Okay, now let's bring in some video onto this. Let's find a video clip. For that, let's go over here to the video section. On the left-hand side, again, this is where you'll find all of your content. And there's so much content in here, again, 10 million to look at, so we'll have to do a search. What I want is gaming computer. That's a pretty good search. Hit the enter key, let that fill in. There we are. And now you can scroll down and take a look at your clips. And if you hold your mouse over the clip just for a moment, it begins to show you that clip. Actually begins to play. There we go. So you can see what the video is going to be. The one I want is right down here. We'll use this one. It's just a real fancy gaming computer. And to bring this into your scene, just grab it and drag it right there and let go. And it's going to automatically be placed into your scene. Notice that we still have that length here of 12 seconds. So it has adjusted the video length to match our scene length. And we'll choose done. And see how that looks. There we go. I'm going to play the whole thing now. Play all scene right here. This will play from the very, very beginning. So here's our opening logo. Little logo reveal right there. 5 seconds. It then goes into our little computer scene right here with our gaming computer. Now it's going on far too long for what I want. So we'll adjust that. Now I do know how long I want this to be, and that's about 6 seconds. So let's click down here where we have the time. And then I'll type in a 6 right there, hit the check mark, and there we go. It's now 6 seconds long. Now we're seeing the next scene here, which has nothing in it. So if I backspace one scene, there is that first scene. Go forward one scene, and then here's our second scene. So it's that easy to add additional scenes. Now once we have our scene in here, notice that we also have right down here a little button. Click on that and you can adjust the transitions between your different scenes. We'll do this as a later step. So I tend to build my scenes, build my videos in a certain consistent manner. And that is, I'll first bring in my content. I usually have my intro pretty well set up. Bring my content, bring my video in. I'll then adjust the video lengths as I need to. I'll then go back, put in my special effects, which will be things like overlays and different transitions and so forth. And then I'll work on any music as a final step. We'll follow that sequence here for this project. Okay, let's now put in one more of these scenes. Same trick. Go over here, click on scene, blank scene, choose yes. There we go. I'm just going to fast forward through this and I'll add in just 3 more scenes and some video for those 3 scenes. Okay, I've added in a few more video clips and I set them all to 6 seconds in length. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So there we go. We first have our logo reveal. Of course, we've already seen that one. We then go into our first clip, and this just goes for 6 seconds. We'll be putting some text overlay on all of these once we get to that point. Here's a clip here for the monitor. Just a nice little computer monitor clip, real fast. Here's a little clip. There we go. And that's followed up by some gameplay. There it is. And that's the end of the clips. Okay, so I have my clips in place now, and they're the length that I want. That's all fine. Let's now put some text on top of these. And for that, I'm going to go here to our second clip. Just click in the timeline. There's our second scene. And in here, I want to have some text. My first scene here is going to be get a great computer. And we'll add that in by using text. So I'll go over here to the left-hand side, grab the text button right here. And there are a lot of options in here. We have add a heading, subheading, a little bit of body text, different text styles in here. Notice how the text itself is styled. We have classic text down below. This is text sitting on shapes. Then some modern shapes in here and some more traditional looking things good for names down here, and some social media buttons right down here. Location boxes, talk bubbles right here. We'll just go into the classic section. I'll click on classic and bring this up. Take a look at our options in here. Now the one I'll be using is this one right down here. It says you only live once. And I'll just drag that in and drop it on. Now it'll be sitting in the default spot, which is up here at the top. I want to have this down here so I can actually move that. Now once it's here, I can do all kinds of changes. I can make this larger or smaller. This little pull right there, I can do that. Let's just undo that motion. There's an undo button. You can rotate that. Click on this. You can then rotate things around. There we go. Again, I'll click on that to undo that rotation. On the right-hand side, we have group animation. There we go. And we have change project colors. I'll leave these at the defaults. That's just fine. But you can change those if you want to. And edit the actual text. So we have a group here of text boxes. There's one big overall box, and then a top text box and a bottom text box. So click on the top text box. Notice that there is a little thin light blue outline around that. So you can see that it's been selected. And then over here on the right-hand side, we can upload fonts if you want to. This is a new feature. If you don't find the font you want, you can go ahead and do that. I'll leave it at the default font, but there are a lot of fonts already in here to choose from. Big long list. And then right down here where it says text, open this up, and there's the text for that. Now the top text, I'll be typing in here, get a great. Now those are all caps over here, so I don't need to worry about that. Click on save. Let's now click on the bottom text box, and I'll just type in computer. Again, it's going in all caps, so it doesn't matter what I type over here on the right-hand side. So there we go. Let's now see how this looks. Click the play button. This will play just this one scene. So click on play, and you'll see the animation for that. There is the animation bringing that text in. Okay, that's good. Let's now move on to our next scene. Go to a right scene button. There we are, into the next scene. Same thing again. I'll bring in my text box, just drag and drop just like that. Let it load in. I'll pull that down where I want it, right about in here. Notice I'm putting that corner right there. I see that middle line. Once I hit that corner, I get a reference line up there, so I'm putting it right there. And once again, I'll just type into the top box, click into the top box, go here where it says text, and I'll just type in here, and this is going to be add a monitor. I'll do add a on the top, and the bottom one down here, I'll put in monitor. There we go. That's all set. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the text on the next 2 scenes, and then we'll pop back in here and take a look at the transitions. Okay, we have all the text. Let's now go back and work on our transitions. Let's just scroll back here. Here's our first transition. Let's just jump back here to the first scene. I'll use the back buttons here to get us back there again. And one more. There we are. Okay, the transition is right here. Click on that. Brings up our transitions. Now, there are a lot in here. If you hold over for a second, you'll see an example of what it looks like. Just roll over and there's what that change is like. Now, the first one I want here is going to be something just a little bit fun. Let's just find one here. Let's try this little flip there. Just kind of a rotational flip. We'll use that one. Click on that and it puts that in. Let's now go to our second right here. And we'll do something just a little bit different this time. Let's try one that bounces. Let's do a bounce back to top. There we go. Just a little fun transition. Again, just click on that and it adds that transition in. If you go back to the transition, you can change it if you want to at this point. You also can apply your transition to everything if you want to use the same transition. Just click on the little button right there. Okay, let's go now to the next transition over and let's do a reveal on this. Let's see if we can find a nice reveal in here. There we go. Got some right in here. Big reveal left. Big reveal right. And here's one from the top, one from the bottom. We'll go with one here from the right. That seems to be about right. Feels right. Okay, that's set. We have one more down here at the end. Click on this one and we'll do something just a little bit different here. Let's do a rewind and we have those right down below here. Here's a rewind right and here's a rewind left. Feels like rewind right is the right one to use. And we'll add that transition on right down there. Okay, now down below, now this is the music track that came with the opening logo reveal and it just repeats, just kind of cycles. I don't want to use that one. I'll click on that, hit the delete key. You can then just delete that out. Let's now just grab some new music. Again, back over to our left-hand side where we have all of the different content, and we'll click on music, and we'll find some nice little fun something here. Let's try pop, see what we get in here. And if you want to test this out, see what it sounds like, just click on the button right there. We can give this a listen. There we go. So we'll use that and just click on the plus right here. This will then add that in as our soundtrack. There it goes, now been added in across the bottom, as you can see right down there. If I want to edit this, just click on the edit button. We can play it, we can trim it, we can make it loop, we can duplicate that, or we can delete that either with hitting the delete key or right here or the trash can right up there. Okay, so we have everything in place now. Let's see what this looks like. We'll just hit the play all scene button. That looked great, and if you notice there was an automatic fade out at the end of that. That's over here on the right hand side. Here's our fade. We can adjust the fade length. Right now it's set for 2 seconds fade out. You can adjust that if you want to right there. But that seemed to be just about right. Okay, once you have your video project done, it's time now to download and share right here. Click on that. So then bring up our download and share options. Choose your quality, 1080p, and then export. There we go. It's now going to do the rendering. And this can take a few minutes, depends upon how long your video is. So I'm just going to jump forward past this once it has finished the rendering. I'll pick it back up at that point. There we go. Notice that we're now in the My Projects section up here and looking at everything. I only have just this one project in here right now. I can go back and edit more if I wanted to, or I can go ahead and download. And over here, here's the download information. There's the download button right there. I could also share right to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the InVideo Facebook community, or I can copy the link and then email that out or share that way. I can also make a duplicate of the video if I wanted to, and again change the size here. So if I needed different sizes for different uses, I can do that right in here. Let's go ahead and download. You can navigate anywhere you want to download this, wherever you feel like. You can change the name if you want to. I'll leave this at the default. Choose save, choose yes, and it goes ahead and finishes that download. Okay, let's now bring that up in a video player and see how it looks. Okay, I have this open up in the VLC media player, which is what I use for watching media. And I have the sound turned down, so we're not going to be hearing the background music because I want to explain things as this goes along. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the play button. Notice that the quality here is just great. Absolutely perfect quality on that. Transition worked great. Also notice up here, upper left-hand corner, the watermark for the in-stock video is no longer there. That watermark is only visible while you're editing, but it's removed when you make your final video. And again, the transitions are working great. Quality is looking really nice. Everything is going just perfect with this. Okay, let's go ahead and finish. And there we go. And at this point, you can always go back and do more editing right here. Or if you want to, you can make a duplicate down here. And the reason for making a duplicate is, let's say you had a lot of things set up that you like and you only wanted to change a few things. You're doing a series of videos. That's an easy way to go. Just hit duplicate and then re-edit that video, and it will save you a lot of time and a lot of work. And don't forget, right now you can get 25% off using my promo code GURU25. Also, make sure you check out the InVideo community, where there are over 20,000 marketing and video creators that can really help you out making great video projects. Okay, and I'll see you next time.